Now we're going to learn how to set up your calendar on the school website. So as always, we start with the main menu view. Click the My Applications tab. And then the one that should be next to or underneath Homework is the My Calendar. You can change your icon if you choose. Add an event. Event headline, first day of school. And you can put your event in a category. We'll call this a school event. And the date. Ends on, if you don't add anything there, it will be assumed to be a one-day event. If the event lasts longer than a single day, that's when you would choose an end date and check the box. Site, you can add or not add. Time, this is something, the first day of school, that's kind of a given, so you wouldn't necessarily need to add things, but depending on the event, you might. And then it gives you a limited edit bar to add things. So, welcome back will be my text. You can add a link, you can change, make it bold, italicized, change the color, but this is very limited. It's not like the other with the homework where you can add files, embed things. You can't. It's just very simple and very straightforward. So from there you save. And now the event is on the calendar. From there, you can change. Now your other options are up here. So if you want to put an image with that, you can upload your own photo, or you can attach an icon, and there's a specific list of icons that are available to you. So there happens to be a back to school one, so I will choose that one. Now files. As an example of a file that you might want to associate with this event would be maybe a school supply list or your classroom policies, something like that. So you can associate a file. It's just not through the same edit menu that you use with your main web pages that you edit. Links. Again, you can add a link to that, although you also, under the main info, that option of adding a link is there. So, welcome back, you could create a hyperlink that links to your home page, for example. Event recurrence. If this is something, obviously, for back to school, it's not going to occur again until next year. But for another event that's going to happen once a month, once every 3 months, etc., you can choose other dates for it to recur. And then delete. Okay. Again, categories. There are different categories. You can add your own categories. You can color code your categories, which makes the calendar a little bit easier to read visually. Intro message. Add your own message that students and parents will see when they view your calendar. Mirroring events. This will be attached to you by school. So your calendar can mirror the calendar for your entire school, but it doesn't necessarily have to include all events. It will choose the event category. It will include, the event categories that you choose. So if you are an art or music teacher, for example, you may want to include all building, visual, performing arts events. Academic progress report cards, you may want to include. School events, school-wide events, Board of Education meetings, PTO meetings for your school. It depends. You can customize this to whatever you think your audience is going to need. And then district events, add district events, including the cycle days. Now this is mostly for middle school, high school, but elementary, if you follow those days for specials, you may want to include that as well to help out parents who want to know when their child has gym class, music class, etc. And then of course you click save. And again, it gives you a red notification that your updates have been made, that your information has been saved. So always look for the red notification at the top in case you're unsure of whether or not your information has been saved. And that's how to set up your calendar.